Hey, it's Roy Furr back again with your high velocity copywriting training for BTMS Insiders. And now we're going to get into structuring your presentation. Now, I know that that last lesson may have felt pretty intensive. And the reason why is because that's such an important part of copywriting, nailing down that urgent problem that you're going to help your prospects solve, the new opportunity that you're going to present for them, or the prediction that you're going to make regarding something that they're going to have to respond to in the imminent future. And that is such an intensive part of copywriting because it really sets the tone for everything that is to come. It represents nearly all of a campaign's effectiveness, getting that right big idea, no matter how you're going to present it, how you're going to, what lead you're going to use to really get people into it and excited about it. If you don't get that big idea right, if you don't present that in a way, if you don't know what you're presenting in a way that it's going to move the market almost no matter how you present it, then everything else is going to be slowed down going forward. It's going to be harder. It's going to be more of a challenge. You're not going to get as good of a result. But if you get that big idea right, if you really focus on getting the right message, it's going to make your life so much easier that it's really worth that extra time and effort and energy to really identify what that idea is and how you can present it in the context of the prospect's life and what they're going to need to do to move forward. So once you've done that, though, you're suddenly presented with a challenge of sorts. You need to be able to tie that big idea all the way through to the point where they take action, where they respond to your offer. And so that's what we're going to talk about here. We're going to talk about how to structure your presentation, the core of your marketing message, in terms of getting response from your prospect. And this is also going to be a little bit shorter of a lesson, maybe a little bit of a break, a little bit of a breather, because it really is the overview, the bird's eye view of what is to come over the next couple lessons. So with regards to structuring your presentation, I want to speak to the AIDA or AIDA copy formula. Now, I've always thought that this was not the best copywriting formula because even though it is true that it represents the process that you have to go through with your prospect in your copywriting, I never thought it was that useful. And for those who aren't familiar, AIDA stands for attention, interest, desire, action. So if you are presenting a marketing or selling message, first you have to get your prospect's attention. Yes, that's true. Then you have to get them interested in what you're going to say, enough so that they're going to allow you to keep and hold their attention while you present your selling message. Then as you're presenting your selling message and they're interested in it, you need to build desire for your product or service, your offer, what it is that you're going to sell them. And then you need to ask them to take action with that offer. And so, yes, it does represent what needs to happen in an effective selling message or selling presentation. However, it's not that useful as a copy formula because it doesn't tell you very much. I mean, yeah, you need to get attention, but how? You need to build interest, but how? You need to stimulate desire, but how? You need to get action, but how? And for that reason, I'd largely kind of ignored it throughout the course of now more than a decade as a direct response copywriter. But in the context of high velocity copywriting and how I was going to loop together these big ideas of addressing an urgent problem or presenting a 10x better opportunity or making an imminent prediction, a life-changing prediction, and then translating that introduction all the way through to stimulating response, I realized that the AIDA formula is actually a perfect kind of unifier for the different parts of the presentation. And you're going to find that I actually loop together interest and desire in the middle because it's kind of this tumbling this tumbling, snowballing mechanism or process that you go through, where you get a little bit of interest, you build a little bit of desire, you get more interest, you build more desire, you get even more interest, you build even more desire. And when you do that right through, addressing their limiting beliefs and objections, and establishing whatever beliefs they need to have to move forward, that's when you do those two things successfully, and they really happen alongside each other. And so the next few lessons in high velocity copywriting that are going to take you through the entire AIDA formula actually break down into 3 main lessons: grabbing attention and opening the sale. So, and inside of each of these 3 lessons, you're going to actually make not 1, but 3 sales that move people through to the next step. So in grabbing attention and opening the sale, the first sale that you're going to need to make is that this is worth your time and readership or viewership, or I guess listenership, whatever media you're presenting your selling message in. The first sale that you have to make is you have to get somebody to actually pay attention and commit the time to hearing you out. The second sale that you have to make is that, listen, I'm a credible authority to deliver this message. It's credibility, it's authority. It's you can believe me in the context of speaking to your urgent problem, or presenting this 10x opportunity, or making this prediction. You can believe me. And then I can offer a desired outcome. However you're going to address the problem, the opportunity, the prediction. The next sale that you make is not specifically what is going to happen in the end, but that you can offer a desired outcome. And so you need to speak to those 3 things: that it's worth your time, that you're a credible authority, and that you can offer a desired outcome. And those are the 3 sales that you need to make at this point. And the desired outcome has a couple dimensions. First off, there is the emotional dimension. Can you offer the emotional desired outcome? And then there's the practical. I can offer the practical, tangible, the logical desired outcome. So once you've done that, once you've gotten their attention, you've opened the sale, then you need to build their interest and desire by making the promise, proving it, and overcoming whatever objections they may have. And so the 3 sales that you're going to make at this step are: number 1, my core promise is proven and believable. Believability is absolutely paramount today, as it always has been in advertising. If somebody doesn't believe you, they're not going to respond. And so you have to present your core promise in such a way, you have to present your big idea in such a way that it is clearly believable. Your objections about the general proposition are addressed. And in a previous training, we talked about general objections versus personal objections. And here we're talking about the general objections about the proposition are adequately addressed such that they feel comfortable moving forward. And then you can let go of your limiting beliefs about this. They have specific limiting beliefs personally about whatever it is that you are presenting, and you have to help them move beyond those if they are going to take action, which is what we get to next. We stimulate action by making an irresistible offer and closing the sale. And the 3 sales that it takes to do this are: number 1, this is an incredible value. And so they have to believe that the investment of time, energy, resources, money into whatever it is that you are asking them to do today is far outweighed by the results, the outcome that they're going to get, that they're getting an incredible value. And things that are very expensive can be perceived as having an incredible value. Things that are very cheap can be perceived as having an incredible value. This isn't about price. It's about the investment to reward or outcome ratio. You can take action today risk-free. Now, this is certainly common within direct response marketing, but people need to believe that they are not putting themselves at risk by taking action in response to your persuasive messages. And so, of course, we talk about guarantees and we talk about that. But this is one of the crucial sales that you need to make as you are actually getting them to take action. You make the sale, you convince them, you help them understand how they are taking action in a way that's risk-free and without obligation. And then finally, you must take urgent action now. The final way the final sale that you must make to get them to respond is the sale that, you can't put this off for tomorrow. You have to do it today. This is something urgent. The problem itself was urgent, and so your action is urgent. This 10x opportunity is something you have to seize today. You have to seize the day to take advantage of this opportunity, or this prediction is imminent and it's going to change your life, and you have to respond beforehand to make sure that you you respond to the prediction in the best possible way. What is urgent about the action? So, as I said, this is a quick, very quick, relatively quick presentation lesson here. Reminder, if you have any questions or you'd like to rate and review this program, you can do that inside the BTMS Insiders player. And I look forward to diving into this process even deeper now that we have done the overview of how we're going to structure our presentation.